Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to show you 3 quick tips to make any drone footage look more cinematic. So let's get into the video. Alright guys, Neil from Neil Collins Recording. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Welcome back to my channel if you're not. Either way, really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you do like it, please do give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Always like to read your comments. Trying to build a bit of a community here. I reply to each and every one. Please do subscribe if you're not subscribed already to the channel. And if you are subscribed already but haven't hit that notification bell, then please do hit the notification bell so that I can inform you when new content comes out. I'm releasing content on a Monday and Thursday at the moment. Gear tech reviews, tutorials, all that sort of thing. Hit that notification bell. I do say this most times, but this video is going to be very quick. I'm going to show you 3 quick tips on how to get your drone footage looking more cinematic. I'm not going too much into colour correction today, but I will be using one of my LUTs from my drone LUT pack that I am releasing very soon. I'm going to be doing a tutorial video on the release of those drone LUTs so you know how to use them. And I'll also be giving away a free LUT in that tutorial. So please do hit that notification bell so that I can let you know when that video comes out. It's coming out very soon. So the LUT that I'm going to be using today is my sunset LUT, and it just gives footage a nice autumnal orangey feel. So I'm going to be using that LUT on the footage. I'm not going to do any other colour correction. I'm just going to stick the LUT straight on. Maybe take the intensity down a little bit. But apart from that, that's all I'm doing in terms of colour correction. So I'm going to be using Premiere Pro today, but you can apply these techniques to any editing software. So let's jump in. Here we've got some footage that I've just dropped in. It's just a wedding venue that I went to see today. And all I've done is I've added my sunset LUT in the lumetri colour, and I've done it at intensity at 70% just because it's a bit too orangey at 100. Tip number 1 is fake widescreen bars. I will be doing another video on how to edit in true widescreen soon, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to use fake widescreen bars. So what you've got to remember with this is it's effectively going to take away a bit at the top and a bit at the bottom of the footage. So if you've got any information in the top and bottom that you want to keep, this might not be the option for you. But generally it doesn't get rid of enough of the screen for it to make too much of a difference. But it is something that you need to bear in mind. Okay, so all we're going to do in Premiere Pro, I'm going to go to my effects tab and I'm going to type in crop. And then that's going to bring up the crop effect. I'm going to drag it onto my effect controls, and from the top I'm just going to go 13%, and from the bottom I'm also going to go 13%. And there we have our fake widescreen bars. Already makes the footage look a little bit more cinematic, I think. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 I'm going to call milky shadows. So for this we're going to go to video effects, we're going to go to color correction, we're going to choose lumetri color, we're going to drag that onto our effect controls, we're going to go to our color tab in the top. That'll bring up our color options on the right hand side, and the only one we really want to look at here is curves. So in the curves tab, what you want to do, you want to make a little marker for the shadows, and all you're going to do just bring up the shadows a little bit. And what that does, I'll just show you by toggling it on and off. It's very subtle. Off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. And all it does is it gives the shadows that milky effect, which makes the footage more cinematic. Again, it's all subjective. You might not think so, but I think it does. And I use this on most of my drone footage. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is simple titling. And the key to this is simple. I see a lot of videos posted in Facebook groups on YouTube. Videos are pretty good. Titling is terrible. You can buy titling packs, and you can use the graphics in your editing software, but most of it looks rubbish. The key to cinematic titling, in my opinion, is keeping it really simple. So I'll go to my type tool, click anywhere on my project. So I'm just going to type Pangdean Barn, which is the venue that I went to today. Then I'm going to go to my graphics tab. I'm going to go to the edit section. And first of all, I'm just going to center it horizontally. And you can center it vertically as well. but I don't really like that. I'd prefer it to be nearer the bottom, but that's just a preference thing. So the next thing you're going to want to do is choose your font. Now I'm going to leave this one because I've used it before and it's the sort of thing that I like. It's really simple. So you can go into your fonts, there's hundreds of fonts, just choose something really simple and classic. Times New Roman, Helvetica, something like that. Don't go for anything too off the wall or anything too bold. I quite like thin text. So the next thing you're going to want to do when you've chosen your font is go to this tracking here. This is Premiere Pro. In other editing software, it might be called spacing, but it's basically when you put more spacing in between the letters. So I'm going to go full whack on this one, and I'm going to go, I think the maximum is 1,000 here. So I'm going to do it all the way up to 1,000. I want some nice space in between the letters, and then I'm just going to recenter that again. And that is all I'm going to do. Okay, so all I've done is I've chosen a really simple font and I've spaced out the letters. And that's all I'm going to do with it. Tell a lie, the only other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the editing tab. I'm going to go to my effects. I'm going to go to my transitions and I'm going to put a really simple cross dissolve at the start and a cross dissolve at the end. I'm going to zoom in. I'm just going to make those cross dissolves a bit longer. I'm just going to play that. Yeah, that's good. That's it. So there we have it, my 3 tips. Tip number 1, the fake widescreen bars. Tip number 2, the milky shadows. And tip number 3, really simple titles. And automatically that will give your film a more cinematic look. And if you add to that a nice color grade and some nice music, then you got yourself a nice film. So, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I do reply to all the comments. It's always good to start a conversation with you guys, trying to build a bit of a community, so please do leave a comment below. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so I can let you know when new content is released. I'm releasing content on a Monday and Thursday at the moment, gear tech reviews, tutorials, all that sort of thing. And I am releasing my drone LUT pack very soon, and part of the tutorial will be a free LUT, so you don't want to miss that one. So please do hit that notification bell. Anyway, keep flying, keep editing. The more we do things, the better we get, so there's always something new to learn. So hopefully you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next one.